In this video, I'm going to be going over exactly how you can build a client acquisition machine through strategic content, whether you're already running a successful business or starting from scratch. Now, this strategy isn't just theory. I've used this strategy with myself and with clients. One client I worked with went from just 200 followers to over 2,000 in a single month, and more importantly, from having 0 clients to having people messaging him every single day to work with him and having 4 clients. The only difference in his content was we gave his content a purpose, a structure, and a strategy. When you follow this system in this video today, every piece of content is going to start working together to move people closer to booking a call with you, not just entertaining them. By the end of this video, you're going to know the exact content strategy that turns simple posts into a client acquisition machine. This is the same approach that top creators like Alex Hormozi are using right now to build million-dollar brands. Now, what you're going to be learning specifically is this 3-stage content funnel or content ecosystem that at the top of the funnel, it's going to be getting people into your ecosystem, attracting your ideal clients and capturing their attention. And then middle of the funnel, which is going to be nurturing them until they trust you and know that you're the person that they want to hand their credit card to. And at the bottom of the funnel is once they already realize that they want to give you their credit card, you're then converting them into a client. And the best part about this is once you have this ecosystem built, your content does the selling for you. You're no longer chasing clients or any of that bullshit. They're coming ready to buy. Now, before I get into this strategy, I want to talk about the mistake that I see 90% of business owners making today. They're posting content randomly, a video here, a post there, hoping something sticks, or they're only focused on one thing, which is growing followers or getting views, but those don't pay the bills. The issue is that content for a business isn't just about visibility. It's about moving people from point A to point C. From who is this person to I need to work with this person, where can I hand him my credit card, just like I said earlier. And if you're not intentionally guiding people through that journey, you're leaving so much money on the table. Now, that's where this content ecosystem comes in. It's a simple system where every piece of content has a role. Some content might bring people in, some content builds trust, and some content converts them into clients. Now, let's talk about the top of the funnel, which is awareness. This is where your ideal client discovers you, and this happens through 2 main ways: short form content and long form content. Let's start with short form. This includes Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts. This is where you're speaking to your ideal clients and creating content on 3 pillars: client pain points, problems, and desires. The goal here is to simply get their attention and get them into your ecosystem or into your funnel. And the other way, which is more high intent, is long form content. This is YouTube videos where people are actively searching for solutions. They're typing in a problem they have and your video shows up. The important thing to note here is that when somebody clicks on your video, they're already high intent because there's a higher barrier to entry. For somebody to click on your YouTube video, they have to resonate with 2 things, the thumbnail and the title, which if you strategize your thumbnail and title correctly, you're going to be bringing in people that are actively searching for your service. And now here's a mistake that I see most people making. When somebody sees your short form content and it resonates with them, they're going to check out your profile. And this is where most people mess up 99% of the time. Your bio needs to guide them somewhere. For businesses, that's YouTube. You want a link in your bio that sends them straight to your YouTube channel or your VSL. And this is where the real nurturing is going to start happening. So remember, at the top of the funnel, you're using short form and long form to capture people who are actively searching for solutions. Both are feeding them into the middle of the funnel, which is the next stage here. This is where YouTube becomes your best friend. Middle of the funnel is all about nurturing your audience until they trust you enough to buy. And YouTube is the ultimate nurture engine because you have 15 to 30 minutes with someone. Compare that to a 30-second Instagram reel. It doesn't compare, right? And here's what you're going to be doing on YouTube. You're going deep diving into topics. You're educating people on their pain points, handling their objections, breaking their limiting beliefs. You're showing them that you understand their problem better than they even understand it themselves. And the more value you give here, the more trust you build. Because when people are watching your content and you're giving them so much value, they're going to start thinking what's behind the paywall. And that's when the trust and nurturing starts happening even deeper. And when they're getting closer to buy from you. Another thing to note is you shouldn't just be posting educational content. You also need social proof content. This is where you're posting client case studies, testimonial videos, and client interviews. And client interviews are super important because the client is going to tell the story from their own perspective. And odds are that if they were your ideal clients, the people watching that video are going to see themselves in that person and see that you help somebody just like them. They're going to get FOMO and want to give you their credit card here. Now, middle of the funnel content on YouTube should be a mix. Educational content that builds authority and social proof content that builds credibility, just like I went over. When somebody watches a few of your videos, they should start to think this person knows what they're talking about and they know how to get results for their clients. Now, you should also be posting this social proof content on Instagram, like client wins, before and afters, testimonials, but the deep nurturing happens on YouTube. Like I said, you have more time to really connect with somebody and walk them through your thinking. So just to summarize what I went over here, the goal of the middle of the funnel is to get people to a point where they're so familiar with you, so educated by you, and so convinced by your results that buying from you feels like the obvious next step. That's when they move to the bottom of the funnel. Bottom of the funnel is the conversion stage. This is where all your nurturing pays off. At this stage, your audience is already ready to buy from you. They've watched your content, they trust you, and they believe that you can help them. Now they're just looking for how to work with you. And here's the beauty of this system. They come to you, you're not hard selling, you're not spamming people in DMs. They're asking you how to get started, or they're going to your profile looking for a link to book a call with you. And if you're selling something else like a digital product or books, they're just simply going, putting their credit card info in, and purchasing it. Now here's where your CTAs matter. On short form content, you don't want to be overly salesy because on Instagram Reels, people are just simply scrolling. They don't want to be really sold to. They're just going to click off and ignore it. But you can mention lead magnets or resources that capture their information. On long form content, specifically YouTube, you can have CTAs at the end of your videos. But even here, you don't want to be pushy. You're just letting them know that if they want help with what you talked about, here's where they can find you. You're really just connecting the dots here. The key here is that the CTA should feel natural still. It's not buy my course out of nowhere. It's if this video resonated with you and you want personalized help applying this to your business, I'll put a link below to book a call. You're giving them the next steps, but you're not forcing it on them because at this point they should already be nurtured. You don't need to be doing all that. And if the prospect isn't nurtured enough, that's just going to turn them away and kind of kick them out of their ecosystem. Now at this stage, your content has already done the heavy lifting. They already know who you are, they trust you, they believe you can solve the problem. The CTA is just bridging them from I want help to here's how I get it. And now here's how this works together in practice. I just want to quickly walk you through what it looks like. The first thing that's going to happen is somebody's going to discover your content on Instagram. Maybe they see a reel about a pain point that they're struggling with. They check out your profile, see you have a YouTube channel, and click on that link. They're going to watch your VSL from there. Now they're on YouTube and they start watching more of your videos. Over the next few days or weeks, they're consuming your content. They're learning from you, seeing your client results, maybe applying some of your actionable tips and getting results from it. And they're now just getting more and more convinced that you're the person who can help them. Now, at some point, they're hitting the tipping point where they're ready to buy from you. So they go back to your profile or they watch a video where you mention how to work with you. They book a call or they DM you asking about your services. This is where you close them. That's the ecosystem in action. Every piece of content has a role. Instagram brought them in, YouTube nurtures them, and the CTAs convert them. When you build this system, your content becomes a client acquisition machine. You're not hoping something works. You know exactly what each piece of content is doing and what it's supposed to do. And you're just simply guiding people through a predictable journey from stranger to client or from viewer to client. Now here's the reality for most business owners. They're creating content with a strategy currently, and after watching this video, you now know the strategy, but as a busy business owner, you probably don't even have time to do it correctly. So here's what we do at Oso Media. We build this entire content ecosystem for our clients. We install a content engine that positions you as the top authority figure in your niche and brings you dream clients on autopilot. All you simply need to do is press record for 30 minutes a week and we handle the rest so that you can focus more time on more important parts of your business while we create you a whole new acquisition channel. If you want to see what this would look like for your business, I'll put a link below to book a free strategy call. Don't worry, this doesn't mean we have to work together, but on this call, we'll map out a content strategy for you and see if we're a good fit. If you're interested, click the link in the description to book a call, and we're going to map out what it would look like for your business. And if you found this video helpful and you have more clarity on what content you should be posting for your business, make sure to subscribe for me for more videos like this. But anyways, I'll see you on that call.